person, but yeah, we're going into the next one already. But yeah, that was an unfortunate play at B. If Skadoodle was able to fall back, I think that would have been a much easier hold for them to just hold B as an eco round.
It's a strange place to take, isn't it, knowing that they were going to be on an eco anyway.
Let's see here. I think Swag might go down to the NOA head stack, back to 1.6 play here.
Old school. We are into game 2. Remember, this is not best of 3. This is just best of 1. So Fnatic took the 3 points from the first match. This is game 2. And iBUYPOWER still effectively have a chance in Group B. If they were to win this game, of course, that would give them the advantage going into their game against Dignitas tomorrow, because they would only have to win one of the 2 maps. So still plenty to play for the American team. Similar to Cloud9 in Group A, they still have a shot at making the semi-finals, but they do have to beat Virtus Pro over 2 maps tomorrow. Here we go then. In towards that bomb site. A is the destination. Pronax just creeping through the side of the smoke here as Olaf picks up 1. He might get another one. No, AZK is going to reply back. Swag follows up with 2 in a row from Swag. Then gets picked off by Pronax at long A. They're now down to a 1v2 now, but it's a favourable position here for iBUYPOWER. If only they can go to the other bomb site. I don't think they've realised that Pronax is still sitting here on the A bomb site. They have seen him now. It's too late. They're going to pick him up, and it's going to be 1-0 to iBUYPOWER, and that's a great start.
Yeah, it was good for those last 2 to stay together. I think it was AZK and Swag. It's good that they jumped off together there. They could have got isolated. Could have been bad.
I think they knew that he was on the site. Sometimes you sort of think, well, could have gone to the other site, and then just he has to come back then, doesn't he?
Yep, now we got the scout by. Let's see.
Saw this earlier as well.
Yeah.
What do you think of it?
Well, I think it's good that they're trying to avoid middle right now because it's pretty dangerous. Kind of work the extremities on T side here is a little bit safer, so I think if they can get this long control here and just work up long slowly, it should be a round win for iBUYPOWER. But if they choose to go middle and up catwalk, that's where things start getting dicey.
You think it scares them off a little bit that he was scouting at those doors on long A? Because they now know he's going to back off towards the site anyway, so maybe they think, oh yeah, it's going to be a slightly harder site to go in now.
Yeah, so I'm scared that if iBUYPOWER goes back B, I think this could be a good chance for Fnatic here. I think catwalk would be iBUYPOWER's best bet right now, so we'll see what they decide to do.
Yeah, they've smoked middle. They feel like there might be another scout out there, and they're absolutely right. It's Olaf Meister with that scout, who unfortunately didn't manage to pick up the first kill, but JW does pick up a kill. Middle. Yeah, don't go anywhere near middle, Jordan said about 30 seconds ago, and he's proved absolutely right. 35 seconds to go now. They've got to make a decision. Is it going to be short here? I think it will be. And here they come then. Skadoodle in towards the site. Pronax, the only one damaged so far, and this one's worked out very nicely for Fnatic, but time is running down for iBUYPOWER. They really need to motor on down towards this bomb site. They now start getting things done. AZK and still combined. Olaf Meister then misses a very easy scout shot, really. His Nam probably could have made that one. It's not worked out for him, but then a little bit more damage. They've got 4 players left. All of them are damaged. Bomb planted now in a 2v4. Still dangerous here. Crims picks up the first. Reduces it to 3. Olaf Meister, jumping scout shot. Couldn't land the damage. Still 3 remain. Still can't land any more shots. Incredible. And now they're going to go in for the defuse here with Crims. Still an AZK. He hasn't got a kit here. He does pick up the frag, though. He's going to have to go for a very quick defuse. I don't think he can do this. I think he's going to run out of time. It's going to be close. It's going to be very close. And he is going to... No! Wow. He comes off the bomb at the last moment. And anyway, AZK wins the round. What on earth was that? iBUYPOWER lead by 2-0.
I'm not... Did he not have it?
I think he might have had that. I really do. When he came off with a second to go.
It looked like he was going to have it. I'm not
oh, my goodness.
Even if he didn't have it, I don't see a reason to try to get the frag at that point.
I mean, he gets the frag, he still can't get the defuse, right? So
he's dead from the
yeah. Oh my goodness, what a decision. And now iBUYPOWER just rolling into long A here. Yeah. 2 very quick kills. Wow, that's loud.
We're in the discotheque.
I think are we partying early this time?
Flashbang dance is coming out.
Jeez. Okay, 3v5 now. And Fnatic, well, make that 2v5. There's another one going to drop here. Flusher actually does pick up 1. And it's still that falls down. Still had a great game first map. and opens up too quickly. Stunning little shot from the scout of Crims. Lovely. Falling scout shot.
Yeah, you mentioned Steele did have a good first map. There's a couple rounds there at B.
Hey, he was monster, wasn't he?
He could have even had some more frags, I thought.
Well, in the end, Crims gets downed by Swag, but he put up a bit of resistance there. It's 3-0 now.
That was a big risk by Fnatic,
and Fnatic with the early buy.
4-0 essentially.
Yeah, looks like they're going to have to give this one up as well. Some exchange of weaponry going on in the T-sided iBUYPOWER, and Skadoodle's still not AWPing. Instead, he's using what we call affectionately the mini AWP.
He's the lightweight AWP.
The light AWP. Or as you well know it, the Scout. Looks like a B push here. Oh, that's well, that's a little...
Yeah, heavy P250.
Yeah, a little dangerous. That 250's doing damage on Dazed, but...
scared him away.
Yeah, they got the frag anyway.
Oh.
Oh, wow! Actually, both of them end up with very low health. Olofmeister with 13. He gets finished off in the end. Skadoodle down to 8 after that exchange. JW now will get the kill, will he? Surely! Wow! How did he not get that?
One bullet necessary. Got caught spamming mouse 1.
Not all about the click after all. And again, Swag cleaning up the final one of the round, and iBUYPOWER now 4-0. And you said to me on Tuesday, if we can get our T sides working, we've got a chance. And it's very much the same for iBUYPOWER.
Yeah, that's very true. But Fnatic's an interesting beast because their T sides as well are unlike a lot of people's, with JW's op being very aggressive and they move around really well. So I don't think it's going to be that simple for iBUYPOWER. So hopefully they can get 10+ rounds this half.
You think they need 10?
Yeah.
Okay.
I do.
I mean, it is a team map, but still.
Well, these days, CT
not
side...
that much. I was going to say, it's, you know, has its moments, doesn't it? It's not a shock if you win 8-7 on CT.
It's funny because anytime a team does well on T, the other team seems to do well on T. And then when the one team does good on CT, vice versa.
We've seen that a lot on Nuke as well, haven't we? Where you know, it used to be such a biased CT map that, you know, it still is a CT map, but now and again you get a stupid 12-3 T side score and you think, oh well, they've lost then, and then the other team do the same thing, and you're like, how does that happen?
Yeah.
It does seem to happen a lot in Go. Right now, JW doing work on short. He's going to pick up one. Couldn't get the second though. Nice little shot from Skadoodle. Stunning second one as well. Showing us exactly what he can do with that AWP.
Yeah.
It was a great AWPer in Source, I remember, back in the day.
Skadoodle?
Yeah.
I don't even know if he played at a high level, but he's always been a good sniper in high action situations, that's for sure.
Flusher evening things up. Gonna get the bomb planted with 7 seconds remaining. And now Skadoodle and Swag versus Crims and Flusher. For a 5-0 round, Skadoodle picks up his 3rd of the round. Might get a 4th here right at the bottom of 8. Flusher trying to come through. Ooh, and does so. Brilliant round from Skadoodle. 4 from him. And iBUYPOWER make it 5-0.
Yeah, Tyler can definitely show. When he's in the middle of the open with an opera, there's a lot of action around him. He can get a lot of frags. I think most of his problems come, like we saw in Inferno, when he has to sit still for a minute and stay within his limits. So something to keep an eye out on.
Well, they had 2 crossed, and ooh, that wasn't far away either. And it's a 75 round for Fnatic, all 5 men. Dangerous weapon to go rushing in on, and iBUYPOWER do have one at close range here. Flusher though picking up one. Pronak's got one himself as well. They've been answered back immediately. A little bit of tension here for iBUYPOWER, despite the fact that they've put 5 on the board without reply. Don't want to mess up this one, where they will have known how close they came on Inferno. Yeah. And I guess they'll be ultra careful now.
Good patience there by ZK.
Yeah. have the man advantage now. Bomb going back towards A, 45 seconds remaining. And just a little defensive flash over the top just to put them off. And in towards the site they'll go here. They've got a man at long, which is, well, that's perfectly picked. That's a nice pick from AZK. It's given them the perfect entry into that A-bomb site. Crims is now going to find himself a weapon. Might as well go for this. He knows he's got cash coming in any case in the next round. Oh, that's a very awkward flash. It still worked out in the end anyway. And, wow, now he might save. Yeah, he's definitely going to save now. That AK wasn't quite what he wanted, but the AWP was definitely what he wanted. So it's not dead certain he's going to keep it, though. And he's not. AZK finishing off the round with another one. That was 3 from him in the round, and iBUYPOWER. I just want to enjoy this moment for our North American fans joining in. iBUYPOWER 6, Fnatic 0.
Yeah, even though they're my rivals in many senses, it's fun to see that we could show the skill of America. I mean, it's all about the. I think we're both momentum-based teams, so I'm curious to see what will happen with the rest of this half.
And no AWP shot landed this time by Skadoodle. He's under a bit of pressure as well. Lost some health from the nade.
Taking Cat quick.
Yeah, they have pushed him very quickly, haven't they? Still, well, he sort of hesitated there for a second. He got almost in and then decided not to, but then drops down and lands a brilliant shot onto Flusher. Can he get a second? He can, and still is absolutely tearing Fnatic apart in this round.
Big round there by Josh.
Really is having a stormer. Said he was ready when I spoke to him on Wednesday evening. Said he was not just ready, but they were ready to set the world alight this week. Showed us they have some fight in the first map, but yeah, 3v2, both in the B site right now as well. So
good start for iBUYPOWER.
Yep. Fantastic start. I mean, flawless in terms of rounds so far. And should be all right here. They might lose this AWP, you know. No! Pronux was covering from the other side of B.
Saved him.
And saved his teammate. But 7-0.
I think the key here for iBUYPOWER is just composure. Nothing too fancy. Let force Fnatic to do something.
Yeah, not get carried away.
Like right here, long. Hopefully steal doesn't go down.
Too risky at long would be a bad thing, was what I was going to say, and JW proves that one right.
I mean, I like the fact that they're not playing scared, which is cool. Yeah. So right now, this quick maybe could work out to advantage, but JW takes down another. Yeah,
I was saying in the first, you wouldn't have heard the commentary, obviously, but I was saying in the first game that Josh explained that they felt like they needed to add some scrappy strats to their normal strats so that they could go head-to-head with teams like Fnatic. And they've definitely done that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's something that has worked for our team in the past when we implemented that. We might even have an opposite problem, right? We might need to bring a little bit more structure sometimes versus these teams.
Well, the first round for Fnatic finally hits the board in round 8. The destructive power of Pronax coming into play.
See, that seems to be a point in the game a lot of times when you hit that 7-0, 6-0 area where the CTs are going to make a change. And I think that's where iBUYPOWER, that pick long, it's not the worst risk, but I think they got to be careful doing too much of that.
Yep.
Let's
Pushing
see
on
how
too
it works
fast.
again.
Swag's going to do it again here.
He could have easily died to JW, and he's about to.
I think he loses this 1v1 right now, unless he backs away. That's exactly what he's done. So,
smart.
Yeah. And that's what you were talking about, Jordan. It's you know, they've got to play like that if they want to keep this huge lead.
Well, that's one of the tough things in CSGO is to know when to take those risks, and you really want to versus top European teams because you know if you get in the open versus them, you can outskill them, but that's not why you beat them. You beat them by strategically outskilling them, and so hopefully right here, if they come out mid at the right time, they might be able to catch the B guys off guard with JW off in catwalk.
Yeah, little boost here from JW on short.
But if they get too slow here.
I think he might be able to figure out what they're doing as well. He'll have seen these flashes coming through mid. Skadoodle has the AWP trained and they back away.
See, if iBUYPOWER waits too long, they're going to have this crossfire mid.
Well, they've smoked off CT spawn. So there is a man down there, and Pronax is going to try and come behind them on short as well. Flusher's got them. They're kind of pincered at the moment. This is dangerous for them. And Flusher picks up 2 very straightforward headshots. dazed the first man to reply back, but it might just be too late here, Jordan. 24 seconds remaining.
Yeah.
And they haven't picked a bomb site.
Then there's still one back plat B. This is going to be a tough round for iBUYPOWER.
Yeah, and they know they've got to go B now. I think Olaf has already figured that out.
Crims is going to secure this for them unless he dies somehow.
Wow. A little bit of damage. And finally does get the frag. AZK replying back, though. 1v2. It's not going to happen. Nicely done by Fnatic. And I would have to say that probably iBUYPOWER just a little bit too slow.
Yeah, I mean, and it's hard, obviously, to know that when you're behind the double doors in mid. You don't know if JW's already CT spawn hoping and they have too close on the CT mid setup. But I think that's definitely a much better risk area for them when there's close range battles versus operas versus long or B tunnels. I think mid is a good place to take risks against a team like Fnatic. So we'll see if iBUYPOWER learns this round. Got one AK here.
Yeah, one AK, couple of 75s, some 250s in there as well. And they've really been mixing up their partial buys. We saw double scout, 3 75s. We saw AWP, 4 75s. Very French style. The Epsilon style. And now we see an AK and 2 75s again.
Swag might go down here in a second if he's not careful. Smoke's gonna fade.
Meanwhile, double AWP set up for Fnatic,
as
Thorin said that was going to happen earlier on, and it's exactly what is happening. Olaf Meister with one, JW with the other. Double nade round the corner on a short. That'll pick up Swag. Still drops to the hands of Flusher's AK, and they're falling like flies right now. JW joining in with the killing spree. And the last man standing has done some damage on JW, but Olaf Meister is there anyway. And Fnatic win the 3rd consecutive round. Hard when it's like this. We always talk about momentum in Counter-Strike, and never truer than when you lose 3 rounds in a row to kind of go, hang on a minute, what are we doing differently to what we were doing brilliantly earlier? Yeah,
now it's tough because you don't know where both the ops are at. So I think iBUYPOWER's best bet here is to draw a little attention somewhere and then make a quick decision. You know, maybe throw a smoke B and then send 3 off cat with no nades or something, some kind of surprise.
They seem to have gone a little bit more indecisive in the last few, definitely in the last couple of rounds. I mean, they had that one where they weren't sure whether to get away, then they weren't sure whether to go mid, then they went B, and then they were slow in the B, and then the time ran out, and they still lost everyone.
Ooh, they're going to run into this.
Yeah, still has been great so far, and has won many of these kind of battles at close quarters. Is this going to be one? No, it's not. He didn't even see him. Nicely hidden. They pick up 3 quick kills. Might be a 4th here from JW. It is a 4th, no problem at all. And AZK now, last man standing, does pick up 1 frag. Needs 3 more. 50 seconds in the clock right now, so he has time here. Oh, he hasn't spotted the man in mid, and he's going to go down under fire easily to Crims, who takes his time.
Yeah, see, I think they're trying to get cat control, assuming the operas would be wide, right, on the map, but see, that's where it's tough. You don't know where the operas are going to be. This round, JW could easily take a pick mid and go lower B. Olaf's back mid, and they double up long or something weird. So I think they are doubling up long. And we'll see Olaf probably go for a lower pick.
Grenade in response to the smoke, and it's a good grenade as well. Great grenade from JW. It was doubled through the door. We didn't see the second one, but it was his. Also managed to tag a man at long. Pronax, though, has picked up to make that 2 at long. JW with another one for a 2nd in the round. Flusher cleans up AZK. And iBUYPOWER are just falling to pieces.
Yeah, their indecisiveness. A couple of these rounds, were tough, but I think they definitely should have round 9 right now. So we'll see how they answer.
Brought back in play for Skadoodle. Still facing 2 of them, though. But it is covering that short.
It's tough, though. You see how they move this op around. Now he's holding long door close. This is where they could have easily just run up cat and smoke mid door, and you just don't know that, though. And that's what Fnatic does well. If you watch the radar, they're just flying all around the map on their
constantly
side.
on the move.
Right here. See, they're going to get that guy back plat, shift 2 to mid, and they're going to hold that mid. So now if the mid B, it's a whole timing thing.
It's great to watch. Little boost
You'll see a
for
frag here in a
Crims.
second.
And he does damage on one. Couldn't get the second, though. The flash will go over as a countermeasure. Still, though, replying back. In towards short now. Still plenty of work to do for iBUYPOWER here. And at short range, JW on ACK with the rotation behind him. And he was having absolutely none of it. 3 left. 40 seconds. Slowed down by the incendiary as well on short. Nothing's going right for them right now. Now slowed down by a smoke. Wow. One man dropped down, but he's going to get picked apart by JW and Flusher. And that'll be another round on the board. 6-7, 6 in a row from Fnatic. And when iBUYPOWER led 7-0, I honestly thought this was going to be their half. I'm not so sure anymore.
That's why I said they need to try to get 10 or something because it's tough here to find those openings, and I think they're just going to have to go back to a couple early, just quick strats here. Yeah, see, this might work out good for them. Just get out long early. Because the thing with Fnatic is, watch, they're going to hold this setup maybe for another 5-6 seconds, and then they're going to shift. And that's what they do so well. CJW is already running back.
Already moving around. And
he's probably going to go pick long. And see, iBUYPOWER is so rigid right now because they're worried Doppler could be any one of long Game Hoper.
Flash is flying in left, right, and centre right now, but JW completely unfazed. Spots one in pit.
And there's no op to stop him top A, so it's going to be a tough battle.
Right off trying to pick mid as well. And they pretty much got that locked down. Pronak's now making a bit of a nuisance of himself on short here. And that would be annoying for Still, who's just below him.
So one of the things iBUYPOWER's not doing enough is they're not prodding. Every time they went up cat, they committed a cat. Every time they went long, they all go out long, rather than just a quick flash. And
made virtually no rotations at all, have they?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, there's that one round where they kind of went A, then they went mid, then they went B, but that was mainly forced upon them. But here comes Still, blasts in towards the A short, and does get the headshot onto Pronax. JW replying back on Skadoodle. It's again AWP v AWP, and JW is definitely winning that AWP battle so far. And again, this time picks off Still. Finally goes down to the gun of Dazed as they try and push in towards this A-bomb site. Crims might fill his pants here, and he does. 2 in a row. No problem at all from him. And it's now a 1v2. AZK, yet again, I could almost put this on speed dial. He's the last man alive, and he's not going to win the round.
Wow.
Crazy.
I didn't see which person dropped the bomb spawn, because that's why they obviously had to jump there. Maybe it was the first frag off bricks. I didn't see that, but that's very unfortunate. So we'll see if maybe iBUYPOWER can do a little early prodding here.
So 7 in a row from both teams. Now who makes it an 8th round? One of them has to. Is it Fnatic with 8 out of 8? Or can iBUYPOWER stop the rot? It's been a rough few rounds for the North Americans as well, after such a good start. Just shows you, can never give in.
See, and that's just to make a little excuse for our fellow North Americans here. When we're playing against a lot of these American teams, the defenses are much more one-dimensional. And when you're playing a team like Fnatic or Dignitas, a lot of these teams, yeah, they shift around and they don't make it easier for you to just make a decision. You really have to know how to bend and not break on your T side and get information properly, otherwise you're going to fall apart. And I think we saw iBUYPOWER get those first 7 rounds because the strats just working from the get-go. They were getting the frags, and when they're not getting the frags in the early trades, it's really tough for them to win the late round. Fnatic's just all over the rotations. So they did a good job getting a couple picks this round.
JW not quite landing that one. Or the second one. Hasn't quite been on point. It's been better in this second game, but first one not quite so good. Meister at short range on Swag. 2v4. Fnatic struggling here, and they will fall down, and iBUYPOWER.
Big round for iBUYPOWER.
Have picked up the final round of the half, and as Jordan rightly points out, a big round for them. And now have an opportunity to convert this on the Pistols and end up with possibly a 10 or 11-7 lead, which would be huge.
Yeah, I think the first 3 rounds of this half are kind of dictate the winner, to be honest. I think whoever has the majority of the first 3 rounds are probably going to win this game.
Not going to hear any arguments from me, that's for sure. Good half. AZK 13 from him, 16 from JW. Much better this time round in game 2 against iBUYPOWER. A little under the par for the first match that he played. Olaf Meister just 4 frags. I don't really like highlighting stuff like that, but when they're so distant from the rest of the team, it's kind of, you know, you're like, what is that? But
like
sometimes...
me and Escares earlier.
Well, yes, I did point that out, Jordan. I did point that out, I will admit. But if only because sometimes it's not really a reflection of how a player's played. Not always. I mean, a lot of us, we look at the scoreboard and we just go...
opportunity-based.
Yeah, I mean, it could be, you know, you're on CT and they're just not coming to your site or your area, and therefore
we saw Olaf opping a decent amount.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, he was doing his job, right? And he only died 8 times, which is the second least on his team. So you could argue, actually, he might not have a lot of frags, but he's done his job.
Yep, they were throwing him back plat a lot too once they rotated him as an opper there, and iBUYPOWER wasn't really messing with B too much.
The arrow just over the 7 for Steel as well. He's 7 assists. I hate that when that happens.
A lot of assists.
I'm sitting there on like 6 kills or something, and there's like 12 assists,
yeah,
and you're like, well, stop stealing all the kills, guys.
You're the beast, the tank. All right.
Here we go, second half then. iBUYPOWER leading 8-7 after winning the first 7 rounds. They also won the pistol. Can they do it again? This time round they switched to CT on Dust 2.
Heavy nade there, and JW with 2 HP already. Wow. That was a middle pick, huh? It must have been.
And Pronak's down to 46, so they've lost a lot of health here between them.
We're seeing the same stack that Fnatic did pissed around. The old NOA, we call it, in 1.6. Oh, they know.
Yeah, they knew. And, well, they've decided to be more dynamic on CT as well, but it hasn't worked out for them so far. Here comes Olaf Meister, picks up 1, couldn't get the second though, and they reply back with Flusher and JW, who's only got 2 health, remember. Well, how is he staying alive? Wow. Goodness gracious. That's unbelievable from JW. He's managed to get himself another frag, 2 in the round, and on both occasions he's come face to face with another player and only had 2 health. It's going to happen again here, isn't it? Steel this time. Finally gets some cover and some respite. Really just needs to land 1 shot anywhere on his fingertip would be fine. 1v1 now. Can Steel pull this one off? No, he can't. Did get Flusher down to 59. And, well, in the end, JW has won them the round with those 2 frags because he only had 2 points of health.
I was kind of baffled at how that trade went Fnatic's way on middle.
No idea.
I don't know how JW got that first kill on the guy A-side.
It's the wonder of JW. Let's just leave it at that.
Yeah, it's kind of funny watching him. He like spazzes out too when he gets kills sometimes, and you're watching behind him, and you're just like, what?
Well, Crim's picking up a kill at long 8. Thank you for the deep analysis on that one, John. That was spot on. And we're at 3v3. But wow, actually, Flusher and Crim's doing really good work, and in the end it's forced Swag into a team kill, and he's now down to a 1v2, and he's going to go down. Wow. JW again picking up the frag, and well, you said whoever wins the first, well, the best of the first 3 rounds is probably going to win this one, and it's Fnatic that have taken both. Yep.
So my guess is going to be on Fnatic here, unless somehow iBUYPOWER could get 2 of the next 3 rounds. I just don't. Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen.
You can't change your mind, you know that, right? As the expert, you have to stick to your guns.
Well, I'm thinking of the next 3, they eco win this round, and then they win the next gun, and then maybe they force the money situation. But, no, I'm going to stand by that. I was going to pull a dunk in there earlier.
Oh,
I got to
more
be careful
shots
what
fired.
I say.
More shots fired. Olaf Meister picks up the frag with the grenade. At short range, he's going to go down, though. Does get the first one on the Steel. AZK with the revenge kill. And the 3v3 now with Fnatic inside B bomb site. iBUYPOWER, of course, on a save. Well, an eco. They had a 75 amongst them. They've also managed to get themselves an AK. They might feel that that's a result, actually, and might decide that it's not worth going for the... Yeah, none of them are moving right now, and I think they're just going to wait for some exit kills here. How's the jet lag, Jordan?
It's going. I'm looking forward to some pasta and some sleep tonight. That's for sure. I think my bag finally showed up.
It did?
Yeah.
Good
news. They said it's going to be actually to the hotel around midnight. So
wow.
I'll have some fresh underwear by morning.
That's good news for all of us.
Figured you'd all want to know.
Sitting very closely to you.
Yeah. Hey, I had one pair, right? I actually premeditated the mess up. So. All right, first gun round here. Big round for iBUYPOWER.
Yeah, huge. Got to take this one, really, to stay in touch. They did the same earlier on, of course, in the first game. Olofmeister, though, picks up the first one. It's an easy kill on the Steel, who was grenade in hand. Not a good start for the men from North America.
Yeah, I don't quite get that, but we'll just continue observing the round.
Suffering in silence.
Yeah.
I like it.
Good
Skadoodle there. It's another one to add to the red line up, which is called Noodle. I like that. It's going to get another one. That's an well. That's a very easy one. That's not quite so easy. That was a sensational shot from Skadoodle. Straight down on Olofmeister. He's got himself 3. We've already seen a few aces in this tournament, not least of which from the man's team sitting next to me.
Let's see here.
Flusher pushing through mid. He's got a man just above him, and it looks like short might be the destination here. Indeed it is. Bomb was sitting down there. They're only going to go and collect it though. Now it's going to be a rotation back to B. They've got 15 seconds to go. They're going to have to run very quickly indeed. They've also got a man in sight to battle with. It's Swag, and they're both going to go through window. Good decision. Bomb plant's going to come in. Is it? No, they're not going to get the bomb planted. They're going to run down out of time here. They're going to lose the round. Now, are they going to lose all their men? They are, and it's Swag that cleans house in B.
Great decision by Rack to try to stay alive there and really ruin his money. I think, yeah, 1,500 on JW, so it's good. Good job by Swag there to get that bomber. Kind of play with the last guy.
Yep.
Swag likes his toys, you know.
Well, he likes to dance with those that came. And they did come to dance in that B-bomb site, and he was all up for it. Nice 1v2 from him. Strictly a 1v2, of course, because he had a teammate, but it was 1v2 in the bomb site.
You know?
He'll take it.
Yeah, he will. So
minimal buys.
Should be an easy round here for...
Yeah, we've got 375.
Well, that's also what we thought on that 13-13 round on Inferno.
Absolutely. It's called Commentator's Curse when that happens.
So we'll see how wrong we might be.
Time just ticking away. Nothing doing.
Standard mid-B here, but Pronax has 2 flashes, so I'm assuming that he's going to try to let his mates get... Yeah, they're all going to go out B, so his goal is to try to flash that guy in the site. So, as long as he doesn't die from window.
Yeah, he's going to cover CT with the smoke and then run, you'd imagine. Oh, and that's not worked out at all, is it? Hasn't worked out at all, but iBUYPOWER pick up 3, AZK's the 4th, and Flusher goes down under fire as well.
Flusher getting a little overexcited there.
And we're all tied up at 10-10, and iBUYPOWER again have shown us that they are not going to lay down and take this.
Let's see here. No ops for Fnatic. Maybe look for something kind of quick here on the A side.
It's going to be an early smoke into mid. It's going to set smoke at long A. Very, very close between these two teams right now. Again, it was close in the first match on Inferno until a mistake late on, which really cost them the last couple of rounds. And as Jordan said earlier on, not really fair to blame one guy for an entire match result, but it was unfortunately Skadoodle's mistake. He's making up for it right now, though. He's not actually landed. I thought that landed. That was bizarre. I actually thought that landed completely. I looked down and I was like, hang on a minute, he's not dead.
The flashbang kind of blew your mind.
Yeah, it did, yeah.
They got a cast man with a 5 versus 5. This is always an interesting situation, but it looks like it's in...
Well, they've got plenty of flashes, plenty of grenades, and plenty of smoke here of iBUYPOWER. They can definitely get back in here. They've smoked off short, and they're going to pick up 1 frag up there as well. Now they've got 2. Make that 3. Swag's chimed in with another one. Crim's the only man to reply back so far. And now, wow, Fnatic are dropping like flies. And now can still get this. This is going to be very close. I think he should just about be able to get the defuse. He does. And iBUYPOWER take the lead at 11-10. That's brilliant.
Yeah, that's one of the problems with those plant strats. If you stay 5-on-5, you can't give them the site. It's the same thing on train when people do that plant strat. And they get the bomb down, and they kill no CTs. Well, the CTs are still in a position to where they can throw smokes on the bomb flashes and get that.
I mean, that was nice, the fact that they had plenty of smokes and flashes and grenades there, because they were able to smoke off short straight away and almost eliminate any threat that came from there.
Quick strat.
Wow, quite very, very quick strat indeed. JW just flying out into the B bomb site, and so far he hasn't even been spotted in the corner, I don't think. No, he hasn't. Finally gets picked off by AZK. They're going to shut this one down very quickly as well. It's now a 3v2. Crims and Pronax now. They've stalled. They can't get the bomb onto the site. One at car. And iBUYPOWER are going to play this one patiently. Nicely done. Pronax now. Is he going to try and get out of here? Well, he's just covering the rotation in case they were coming from behind.
Giving him a little space.
And now they know that they're only going to come in through the door or the window. Now, bomb about to go down. This should be a fake plant. It is. And they pull one in. Well, they've got rid of one. Can they get rid of the second? They can. This is brilliant from Fnatic. Absolutely brilliant. Crims and Pronax have played that superbly. And again, we're all tied up at 11-all.
It's not a bad thought for iBUYPOWER. They're trying to take the man advantage. Because if someone on the terrorist team is planning, they could go 2-on-1 one guy, and then worst case they trade, they still 2-on-1 the last guy. But in that situation, they definitely got a little antsy there.
Yeah, I mean, you knew the first plant was going to be a fake. If I knew it was going to be, they should have known it was going to be as well. That's for sure. Yeah,
at this level, sometimes, you know, the obvious play becomes the not so obvious play because you're overanalyzing things so much on both ends.
So what you're saying is at Gold Nova standard, my league, we're all tied up again. I say again because we were tied up earlier in the first match. It was also 11-all. And iBUYPOWER in the end crumbled to a 13-16 defeat. Is it going to work out the same thing again? Swag and Skadoodle again combining. Again double AWP. And again, it's effective. It's 3v3. Make that 3v2, though. Steel's given them an advantage here in mid. And that's a big, big advantage because they've got bomb planted inside the B-bomb site yet again from Fnatic. And they've now got to make a 3v2 comeback and a retake. They've got one man round the side. It's Steel again who steps up when his team most need him. Pronax then gets one. Steel gets the third kill of the round for him. And that will be that as far as the B-bomb side is concerned. iBUYPOWER immediately strike back.
Yep, good retake by them. Good patience by Steel to come through the tunnel there. Still pretty close here. Let's see what the money's like for Fnatic.
Not great for 3-4 players, actually.
See the glass cannon? We are not.
No, going to be 75s.
Probably
and
smart
250s.
decision.
At 12-11 down? Yeah. It's pretty much what iBUYPOWER didn't do in the first game when they were 12-11 down. They did go for the glass cannon, and it didn't work. Wow, here we go. Fast push yet again into B. They're going to make their way in here because there's no one in there whatsoever, except for Swag, I think, has picked up one. Now, can they get a short-range kill? No, they can't. Finally, they do pick up the kill on Swag. They're literally just exchanging frag after frag after frag, and we're now down to a 2v2 with the bomb planted. Can they hold on to this one? A little easier, perhaps, with JW with an AWP in hand, but how has he missed that?
So, if they could do this right with the flash, I would almost say both go through door here. Daze might go down right now.
They're going to split. No, they are going to split it, and they're going to go in at close range. JW gets the first one. Can he get the second? No, still replying back. It's now a 1v1. They dance around the box. Oh, Flusher, he's down to 2 health. He's going to get picked off by Steel, but the bomb's going to explode, and Steel is not going to be able to win the round or survive here. He's almost certainly going to die to it, and they're tied back up yet again at 12-12.
Wow.
What an incredible game.
That's a tough call. I think once you know that guy has an AWP and no armor, I would have probably said let's just both go through door with a flash through window there because you can get isolated so easily. You went window from plat, from tunnel, from site. Yeah, unfortunate.
Yeah, small decisions, and on such small decisions are matches decided. Could that be another small thing that swings it in favour of Fnatic as it did in the first match.
Quick frag.
What a crazy couple of matches between these two teams. Fascinating to watch.
See if they can get an upper B pick right here.
Oh, yeah, gets one. Might get the second. There's the back and white, and instead his teammate's going to come in behind him, and Fnatic have landed 4 quick frags here. Only Skadoodle remaining. He's in CT spawn doing God knows what actually in CT spawn. And iBUYPOWER find themselves a round down with 4 to play.
This is tough too for iBUYPOWER because their money here. They're going to decide to save here. Their bread and butter is getting Skadoodle that off and moving him around the map and letting him lock down that A. So we'll see what they choose to do on this eco here.
275s and a 250 in play. We've seen ecos. One. Many today, it has to be said. Just a couple. Right now, Fnatic are in charge yet again. It's been close. It has been close in both games. But you just feel like Fnatic have just got that little extra something at the end of the match that allows them to pull through. And iBUYPOWER just making that mistake in game 1, which ended up costing them.
Yeah, I think in the end it's a...
There's not much between them, is there?
Between the two teams here? Yeah, it's not. It's just, I think it's a little bit more of a well-rounded game style from Fnatic. I think they're just a little bit more seasoned here. So they're able to switch it, but it's still a very close game here.
I didn't see that. I felt it though, as Swag and Skadoodle pick up the opening 2 kills. JW back in with 1. And they have...
They're getting flanked though.
Two-man advantage here still. Is he... Oh, wow, I thought he was going to be able to pick up 1 through mid, but he didn't get either in the end. With the Steel 7, as we've become to call it. And the advantage has waned. They had a 2-man advantage in this round. Both have now gone. Make that a 2v1 right now, but JW couldn't kill the last man. And we've now got a 1v1. Big round for both teams, both players on a knife edge. Flusher versus Dazed. Grenade will do some damage here. Bomb ticking away. Flusher's going to have to try and nail this one and does pick up the frag. And you feel that might just be enough for Fnatic to win the game now. 14-12. And have iBUYPOWER lost any chance of picking up 3 points?
Well, they got the op now. Dual ops, actually. And Swag's very good at holding that mid B. Skadoodle's very good at holding that A hit. We'll see how Fnatic chooses to play their early round here. So they can get a pick mid or cat. They might be able to pull off another round, but...
It's a tough ask. Put up such a good fight in both matches. It feels wrong somehow if they were to get out of these 2 games without a point.
Yeah. And see...
Oh my goodness.
See how quick though, Olaf has cat control, so this is still not a lost round here, unless he runs off and dies, but that's what iBUYPOWER wasn't doing, is just getting that using one guy to take cat. So this gives him the ability to spread the map right now. He might die here soon, but if he doesn't...
Wow.
So,
Olaf
knows
exactly where they are.
That's a shot Skadoodle has to hit right there. This is a 3v4 that's easily winnable if they're able to keep tight in their defense.
Yep. Total control of A.
They don't have control of cat.
Is theirs though, isn't it, right now? So they can get this bomb planted.
This cat battle right here is what's going to decide the round, I think.
It is smoked off for a little bit. I don't think they're going to push. I don't think they're going to push on this A site. Via short. Yeah, they're going to go through CT spawn here. In fact, 3 of them all underneath. Straight away, they're going to then smoke it off and flash it up. They know that there's going to be a man covering that area, and Pronax has got himself 2. He can get a 3rd. Can he? Wow, he sort of can. Now he can. Finally gets the 3rd, and a 4th is on the cards. No, finally gets shot down by Dazed. Bomb is ticking away. He's not going to get the defuse here, and it doesn't matter anyway as Olaf Meister comes in, and Fnatic now have match point. 3 of them, in fact.
Yeah, I kind of like the decisiveness there of iBUYPOWER to go back through spawn, but unfortunately I don't think they used their long guy very wisely.
Yeah.
I think if they would have been able to pinch that site a little bit better and not let Pronax utilize that single box in the site, you know, to just get What,
Yeah,
did you get three right there?
the annoying box.
You got 3, so.
He did. And, well, iBUYPOWER not going to give up just yet. Have a sporadic mix of weaponry here. There's a FAMAS, a silenced M4, and a Mag 7 in hand. And the Mag is with Swag. So that'll become a Swag 7 for the round. And Crims gets picked off on short. Wow, they've got a small chance here. It's a 4v4. And Fnatic now make that a 4v3. This one is looking good now. Oh, this is looking very good indeed. Pronax picks off 3 in a row. And Flusher will finish off Skadoodle. And that will be all she wrote. The terrorist-sided Fnatic winning 16-12.